In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most compassionate, peace be upon you, my dear students. Welcome back. Welcome to English for Me series, Grade 10 Semester B, Unit 1, Listening and Speaking. Open your skills book, pages 6 and 7. Now listen and match. Listen to a lecturer describing a professor describing the stages of a plot. Match the stages to their definitions. Listen and match these definitions, these terms, these words to their definitions. The first one is done for you. Rising action, it means the main conflict or the main problem of the story is developed. Okay, now listen and answer. You have to read the definitions first. You have 1 minute to go to read the definitions. Then match the items, these items, to their definitions. You have only 1 minute.
Listening 1.3.
Good morning, class. Today, in our creative writing lesson, I'm going to talk about the structure or plot of a story. Every story needs a plot. The plot is the sequence of the events in a story. A plot has several different stages. Today, I'm going to focus on one of the simplest types of plot structure. The first stage of the plot is the beginning of the story. This stage sets the scene and introduces the characters. The next stage of the plot is the rising action. Usually, this stage is about a problem or a conflict a character is facing. After the rising action comes the climax of the story. The climax is the main part of the story. This is the stage when the real action of the story takes place. After the climax, we have the falling action. In this stage, characters start to overcome the problem or conflict they were facing. The last stage in a plot is called the resolution. This is the end of the story. Usually, at this stage, characters have overcome the problem they were facing or managed to achieve their goal.
Listening 1.
Now listen again. Now listen again while you are reading. This is to reinforce the spelling and the pronunciation. Okay? Listen again.
Good morning, class. Today in our creative writing lesson, I am going to talk about the structure or plot of a story. Every story needs a plot. The plot is the sequence of the events in a story. A plot has several different stages. Today I am going to focus on one of the simplest types of plot structure. The first stage of the plot is the beginning of the story. This stage sets the scene and introduces the characters. The next stage of the plot is the rising action. Usually the stage is about a problem or a conflict a character is facing. After the rising action, comes the climax of the story. The climax is the main part of the story. This is the stage when the real action of the story takes place. After the climax, we have the falling action. In this stage, characters start to overcome the problem or conflict they were facing. The last stage in a plot is called the resolution. This is the end of the story. Usually of this stage, characters have overcome the problem they were facing or managed to achieve their goal.
Now we move to the answers. Okay, the stage is to start with. This stage is the start of the story. So this is the beginning of the story. Should be written here. So this stage is the start of the story. The characters and the setting are introduced in the beginning. Okay, number 1 here. Rising action. We said in this stage the main conflict or problem of the story is developed. Okay, this is the rising action number 2. Number 3. This stage is the main part of the story. The main part, the climax. The main part of the story when most of the action takes place. The climax. This is the peak. This is the most important one. In this stage, the characters start to overcome the problem or conflict. Oh, this is would be resolution. I'm sorry. Following actions. And this stage is the end of the story. Usually, the characters solve the problem they were facing or achieve their goals. This would be very good, the resolution at the end. We move to exercise number 2. Read and label. Read the key events from the story The Farmer Without a Brain. Write the stage of the plot of each event. Use the stages from activity 1. Stages which climax, first the beginning, rising actions, climax, falling action, resolution. Okay, Leith met the lion on the path. The lion wanted to eat Leith's brain. This is the climax. Very good. Climax. This is the most important part of the story. The lion left Leith and went to eat Imran's brain. Oh, very good. Resolution. One day Imran and Leith were walking to their fields. They saw a lion's footprints on the path. Very good, the beginning. Leith continued on the same path while Imran took a different path through the mountains. This is rising actions. Rising actions. And the last one, Leith explained that Imran's brain was better because he was clever and took the other path to escape from the lion. Falling action. Very good. We move to exercise number 3. Discuss and order. We are going to order these sentences into and classify them into beginning, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. The following events are from stories in this unit, but they are not in the correct order. Look at the example and put the events of the second story in the correct order. The first one is done for you. Okay. Story title, Trapped. We know it. Where is the beginning? The beginning is letter C. The lights went out on the train. This is the beginning. Rising action. The smell of smoke filled the train. So the problem began to appear here. The climax, the peak, and the most important part here is E. Flames entered the train and the windows shattered. And the windows shattered. Flames entered the train and the windows shattered. This is climax. Falling action. People escaped through the windows. Very good. And the resolution at the end, D. People walked away from the burning train. Okay, the first one is done for you. We move to the next page, page number 7. And we want to put these sentences into, classify them into the beginning, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. First, what is the story title here? Bear saw that his tail. Okay, very good. How? How the bear lost its tail. Very good. Where is the beginning here? Bear saw his tail was missing? No. Bear no longer have tails? No. This is the last one. Fox decided to track a bear? Okay, this letter C. Fox decided to track the bear. Rising action. Bear saw fox catching fish with his tail. This is rising action. Very good. Now you have to pause or stop the video and try to answer and put these 5 sentences into climax, falling action, resolution. Now pause it. Think before you ink. Look before you leap. Okay, we move to the climax. Where is the climax? Bear sat fishing all night and his tail froze. Very good. Falling action. A bear saw that his tail was missing. Very good. And resolution. The final stage. Bear no longer have tails. Very good. We move to pronunciation. The words below contain a silent letter. Listen to the words and practice pronouncing them. Silent letters in English. We don't always pronounce every letter in English words. For example, we don't pronounce the first letter D in Wednesday. We don't say Wednesday. We say Wednesday, Wednesday. Or the letter K in knife. We don't say knife. We say knife. K is silent. D is silent. For example here, number 1, climb. Climb. Silent B. Seen. Seen. Evening. Evening. Not evening. Evening. Foreign. Foreign. 5. Why. Why. Number 6. Walk. Walk. L silent. 7. Castle. Castle. T silent. 8. Window. 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 W silent. Read the words below with a partner. Circle the silent letter in each word. Right. Right. Excellent. W silent. Design. Design. Very good. G silent. Scientist. Scientist. Very good. C. Who. Who. H silent. Very good. Sorry. W silent. Who. We say who, not wow. Who. But we say here why. Why. Not Hawaii. Why. We say why. As letter Y. Who. Who. W silent here. 5. Talk. 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 L silent. Very good. 6. Wood. 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 L silent. Interesting. Interesting. E silent here. Interesting. Interesting. Where. Not where. Not where. Don't say where, but where. So H silent. Where. Thumb. Very good. B. Thumb. Listen. Very clear. It's T. Thank you very much for following me. See you later next time. Goodbye.